Hello again, everybody. I got cut off as I was making a point on this video on how to get an ex back. As I said previously, why the fuck would you want to? I mean, you have to really look at it. If it was meant to work out with an ex, then guess what? They would not be an ex, right? Okay, so put your heart away for a minute and just really think about it. Why would you want to get back with a person that the problems, the drama, and all of the things that really existed within that relationship in the first place and caused it to end? Why would you want to go back to that? Why would you want to rehash old crap? Because the old crap that ended the relationship in the first place will come up again. And it's going to keep coming up, especially if this person is a toxic person. They will bring it up. They will make it look like as if it was your fault and that you were the one to do this, and they're pointing fingers, and that goes back into dealing with what is called now narcissism. Okay, and this is basically the world, unfortunately, that we live in today. We live in a narcissistic freaking society. I mean, everything. It exists in relationships. It exists in families now, and I really don't call this a decade of people helping people. Although this is why I make these videos, is because I want to pay it forward to help other people, and if I could share my experiences with within this within the confines of this format to help others, then that's what I'm going to do. So uh to really be honest with you, you right now you are experiencing what I call withdrawal. uh it's where you finally are away from that person, and maybe you initiated leaving. Maybe you initiated, I've had enough and I want better for myself, and I don't want to deal with the toxic BS anymore, and you decided that you were going to leave, or maybe they left you. I mean, either way, you'll experience that time where it's almost like being off of a drug, because, in my own situation, it was really tough. It was really tough, but something that I had to really, kind of think about, hindsight is 2020. Well, I had to think about why it ended. Then I had to look in myself. Then I had to look at all of these things. And then even the point, which I explained in other videos, of my origins. Why was I attracting women such as this, that were, I don't know, either, had a problem with commitment, had a problem with staying faithful, had a problem with communicating, had a problem with wanting to talk things out instead of sweeping things under the rug. I mean, and that's what I experienced. I mean, uh, past relationships, no one wanted to talk, and I could just single out one person out of that. The whole series of relationships that I've had, I could single out one person that it was near perfect, and because I had to leave that particular country and come back to the United States, to look after my mom before she passed. That was the only reason why it ended. Now, perfect communication, things like that, we're open to talk. Yes, all those things existed. Okay. But even that, there was a reason why that ended. There was a reason why that particular relationship ended. So, although it was the closest thing to perfect, it was a reason why it ended, and I would have no desire to get back with that person. Like, period. Here's what you got to realize, guys. What you have to realize is that in life, things happen for a reason. Now, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And it's been often said some people get seasonal people mixed up with the lifetimers, and we tend to do that. So when something ends, we have a tough time dealing with it and not just accepting, okay, they were just here for a moment. They were a shooting star that just disappeared, within the darkness. Okay, and we have to really, really realize that some people, and guys, you're going to notice this the more you work on yourself and the more you discover who you really are, the less you're going to think of that person, and the more you're going to, just say to yourself, hey, you know what? That person was not meant to be there. And that's what you have to really, really grasp onto. And right now, it's a little hard to grasp onto because let's just say you just had a breakup. It's hard. It's hard. You're going to be like a crack addict that has to go to rehab and have to go cold turkey without that particular drug. And that's what it's like when you have invested time, when you have invested love, when you have invested emotionally within this particular relationship, and when it ends, you're basically lost. You feel like you have nothing. You feel like that you have no identity, to say the least, without this person. So what you have to do is concentrate and focus on you. It's all about you now. They have nothing to do with it. It's been about them that entire relationship. Trust me. It's been about them. If you had to pack up and move from where you are over to where they are and whatnot, you gave up where you lived, good or bad, to go to them, which meant it was all about them. It was never about you. Because if it's about both of you, then one would not have to leave where they are to go to see if the relationship is going to work out and go over to someone else and totally just leave their life. Like I said, good or bad, it's your life, somewhere else, and go join with that person, because it's going to continue to be about them. And guys, don't ever do that. Do not ever pack up and leave where you are. I mean, and this is why I don't do long distance relationships anymore. I don't do that. I will not do that. And I would never put myself in that position ever again. It will never, ever happen again, period. So guys, this is the age we live in of online dating and things like that. And I understand you may be stoked by someone and they may knock your fucking socks off, but I am telling you and sharing this with you from experience, do not do it. Do not do it. Because in the end, if it's not about both of you and it's about that person, they're going to continue to think it's only about them. So when it's time and they end the relationship with you, or they monkey branch onto someone else for their new source of supply or whatever, then you're going to be the odd person out. You will be the odd person out. You're the one that's going to have to like reconstruct your life, and you're going to have to move and get all this stuff just starting all over again. And that's going to be tough because you're going to have enough to deal with. So do you want an ex back? I say hell no. They're an ex for a reason. They're an ex because something was not working. Okay. And if it's not working and you are not willing, both of you are not willing to work through your problems and come to, some sort of resolution to the problem. And trying to solve the problem. Well, one person can't save a relationship. That's the bottom line. One person cannot do it. Two people have to be involved in that relationship in order for it to survive. So for me, it will never happen again. And I share these experiences because, like I said, I try to pay it forward. So others like yourselves out there watching a video could basically avoid it. We live in such a self-centered society that it's hard to see. It's hard to see a person basically for what they truly are. And I think I will take a quote from Maya Angelou before I wrap this up. And she used to say this very, very important quote, and it goes something like this: if someone shows you who they are, believe them. So really, take that quote with you, because that is a very, very true statement. Okay, this is Will Martell saying so long. And remember, every day above ground is a good day. Keep grinding and go for your goals. Go for your dreams. It's possible. Nothing is impossible until you take your last breath. Please comment, please subscribe, and thank you very much for following my channel. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Peace.